why the real reason I love luxury. Hey guys, it's Lisa, and I am in New York. I'm here staying at my favorite hotel, the Crosby Hotel, and it is Thursday. I have been up since 3 a.m., and it is now, oh gosh, I don't know, I think it's about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And I got here first thing this morning. I was a little worried that my flight was going to get canceled, but I'll tell you all of this when we do our video. I've been thinking about doing a video on why I love vintage luxury. Like I was thinking, buying the vintage luxury clothes and handbags, and now I've been buying some vintage furs. I started making a list of why I enjoyed that so much to do a video. And then it made me think about, well, what makes me like buying luxury and designer handbags and shoes? And what makes me not spend a lot of money on some things? And I looked it up on YouTube just to see what other videos were out there. And what I found is it seems like there was a lot of people out there talking about why people buy name brands, why they pay for luxury handbags and things like this. And they just had such a different view of it than how I feel. So I changed my mind to do why I buy luxury and designer pieces. What are my reasonings behind it? And I thought this would be a great video to partner with Idyl Diamonds and tell you what makes their jewelry special. You guys know I've been working with them for a while. I've got my talking points here for my luxury. And this is my Idyl Diamonds initial necklace. My L, I wear this all the time. I never take it off. These are lab created diamonds. They are sustainably sourced. This is a company started by one lady in Belgium. They are very transparent. You get the product straight from the jeweler and the manufacturer. Everything is set in 14 karat gold. Everything is sustainable, and the 14 karat gold, they make sure all of their pieces are quality. And I have really, really enjoyed all of my pieces, especially these. This is the Tamara Kalinick collection, and I have had these on since I left my home today. And I was curious if these were going to bother me when I was flying with my headset, and they didn't. They didn't at all. So let me show you the concept here. So you will purchase whatever size stud you like. So that is the diamond, and this is 14 karat gold. This one has this add-on, which I love. I think that is just so beautiful. I am going to try to sleep in these tonight and see how it goes. And then this is a stud with a little add-on in the back. And you guys, I have been rained on because I have this thing. When I get somewhere, the things that I need to do while I'm there, I like to go ahead and get them done. So I got here and, I'm going to tell too much. But anyway, I've been out in the rain, walking around, doing what I need to do. This is, of course, the one that matches. And then this is the other design. Let me show you this one. And I was thinking, why do I like these over other earrings? Well, for one thing, I like the fact that they are 14 karat gold. I like supporting individuals like this instead of big companies. I feel like too, and this will come up later, if you know something is real and nice, it just seems like you value it more. And I don't know, I feel like I've always kind of dreamed of having like just diamond earrings and a certain watch and just kind of like all of these best of the best things, and then you're kind of set because these earrings will go with anything. This is something I can bring with me. Like tonight, I'm going to a Zara event with LTK, and I knew that I could wear these all day, be comfortable, and they would go with anything. So just love these. I hope that this collection is still available. But there's all different kinds. There's even like for the piercings that go up your ears, they have the cuffs. They have several different types of necklaces. And every once in a while, they have a special edition ring. So you have to watch out for that. I will try to let you know next time they have the rings. So they have given me a discount code for us and you guys, and I will put that down below. Thank you to Idyl Diamonds for sponsoring this part of the video. I thought it went right in with why the real reason I love luxury, because it is much deeper to someone like me than it must be to some other people. In my mind, and let me go ahead and start, I made some of these notes at home and then I made some on the plane in my notes app, and then forgot I was going to use my phone to film. So let's just start. They're in no particular order anyway. Okay, I love the buying and shopping experience. I love the whole thing. And I kind of think about people like my brother who loves boats, and my brother and my dad, they love boats, they love cars. I mean, I can remember growing up that we always went to dog shows and things like that. And part of the fun was seeing what's for sale and talking to like-minded people that love the same thing you do. Whether it is the person that has the thing you're looking at or the people that are there looking like you are. So that is something that I really, really enjoy, is the whole shopping process. And I much prefer buying something in person. I'm all about an experience. So that's why I like to come to places like this. Yeah, almost like having a memento of that visit. I can remember where I was, who I was with, when I bought it, my sales associate, things like that. Okay, and I said, even if I do order, I love the packaging and just the correspondence with my sales associate. They can tell me all about it, and then when I get it, it's packaged so nice. They usually give me fragrance samples. I mean, just all the things. And I know that that is not important to some people, but to me, it is. And that's what I was thinking is, I think it is a very personal thing why some people will spend the money on designer bags and maybe designer blazers and things like that. I honestly think the very, 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 very wealthy, they probably don't even want to shop. They have all their clothes brought to them, or they have them all made to fit them. But, you know, with me, it's just something I've always thought of. And growing up in a little beach town with not a lot of shopping, I just always kind of dreamed of, you know, coming to New York or shopping and just getting these things that I've always dreamed of. Okay, sometimes when I get something, it's like a reward that I have for different accomplishments, goals. And I said also gifts and a memory of a trip or an event. Okay, I was thinking of this and I think I've written this down again. You know how like okay, first of all, it's something to work for. Like when I hit so and so subscribers, I'm going to get this really cool new bag, or just any different milestones. Like actually, tomorrow is my 16th anniversary here on YouTube. It's my 26th anniversary being married to John. And so those are the things that I would probably buy a nice handbag for. And memories of a trip. And when I say gifts, you know, you'll give your mom or your daughter or your sister or a friend a nice gift. Give yourself a nice gift. I mean, I'm really one of those people, we've got one life. And I just feel like we should enjoy our lives. We should treat ourselves as long as we are doing the things that we know we should be doing. So that's part of it. I like supporting and working with the same sales associates. I think I've already said that. I really do. The first thing I did today, what was the second thing I did, was go see Jerry at the Louis Vuitton counter. Okay, this is a big thing, and I think I have this down on my why I like vintage luxury too, which I really do. I really do love the vintage luxury. I could really get into that. Is the mystery, the fascination. And I have examples, Birkin and Chanel flap. Okay, going back to how I grew up with not really a lot of shopping, of course, before the internet, before phones, social media, and just shopping at surf shops and being on the beach and not really, it's like we did shop and we did get clothes we had a Belk, JCPenney's, We had a few little one-off stores when I was growing up, and then I wore a lot of things that I got from either flea markets, yard sales, things like that. And there's always been like some fascination as soon as I started learning about new things, especially here on YouTube. I would see other people, showing the Birkin and showing a Chanel flap and all of those things. And I will say that sometimes I'm very disappointed. Sometimes I'm fascinated with something and I just want to see what's so great. And then I'm kind of let down. That does happen, but that is part of my experience. It's not like this one guy was saying it's to belong and it's to basically show off to other people. And I really thought about that. And I thought, am I doing that? Well, in some ways, I probably have been doing that, even subconsciously, to feel like I belong to the whole Instagram, YouTube world. And that's really not why I want to make purchases. So I am going to really, really watch that. And that's something that I have kind of been thinking about over the last couple of months. I'm going to try to not be so heavily influenced by what I see and maybe do more shopping on my own. Not saying that I wouldn't still buy designer bags, but maybe not the it bag that everyone has. I think I want to try to I do like the classics. I do. I mean, I do love that I have a Louis Vuitton Speedy. I do love a Chanel flap. I do love those classic bags. I love a Lady Dior. That's something, and a saddlebag. A lot of that is just that nostalgia. And so I do love those bags, and I probably will eventually get some of those. But I want to kind of just pull it back in from getting the latest it bag. So there is a lot of that mystery and maybe a little bit of that wanting to belong, but it's not really to impress others. It's a thing within myself. It's a feeling that I have of myself and to some degree earning it and being proud of getting to this point in my life. I didn't buy designer handbags in my 20s and 30s, but I am in my 50s now and I can do things like that. And I am proud of the life that I have earned. And so, it's one of those things. It's kind of like it's really a gift from me to me or from John to me. And it means way, way more than what someone else thinks. Okay, this is something really big time too. The quality, the hardware, the extra details. It's a forever piece that I can pass down to Brooke and share with my mom. I do love oh my God, let me get the bag I brought with this trip. I didn't take it out today because I didn't want it to get rained on. It was like pouring down rain. That's why my hair is half straight and half Lizzie curly. And let's go ahead and do my outfit. Okay, I got this top at Zara because for this party tonight, they wanted us to wear Zara because we're celebrating Zara joining LGK. These jeans, and I've got on leggings underneath because it's cold. So these jeans are the low boot cut, and then these boots are from Zara earlier in the year. And then, speaking of vintage, this is a fur. See, that's the cool thing too. Where is it? Okay, this one might not have it. Most furs will have someone else's initials on the inside. Let me show you my other one. Vintage furs. This is one I bought at a kind of like a consignment shop that sells antique jewelry mostly, but a lot of times, see, they'll have the original owner's initials on the inside. So I wore that one today. And then tonight I'm wearing this one. And I bought this from a lady in Florida. And this was her mother-in-law's. And so this is my outfit for the night. Where's my pocket? Oh, these are low, so low. But I don't need this now because fur coats are so warm, you will not even believe it. There is a big, 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 big difference. Okay, so I wanted to show you, for instance, this bag. The lambskin leather, which is so soft. The chain that goes all the way around, the Cocoa Crush little detail. I mean, it's just the way it feels, the way it smells, the way it looks, everything brings me joy. Just like if you collect figurines, if you collect art, if you collect beautiful, I'm trying to think of things that people collect. Like a lot of men collect cars. I have a whole garage full of them. This is just something that brings me joy. And I just, there's just something about a Chanel chain to me that I love. So I really do appreciate just the craftsmanship, and especially, I used to sew, so I notice a lot of the things with the seams, and that goes with shoes too. I really appreciate a nicely made shoe. And I can really, really tell the difference. When I was buying all of the different black boots, this time I brought my Quince boots, you can really tell the ones that are just a cut above. You really can. Yeah, beauty, art, just the joy of looking at it. Just like any other collector would buy. I remember saying I'm not a collector, but it just has happened that now I do feel like I'm kind of a collector. Now, with that said, I will sell some if if I don't want them anymore, but it's not, I mean, you'll notice in my videos, I don't have them displayed all behind me. It's just not that for me. It's not something that I feel like I need to show off. It is for me. And so yeah, I put art, cars, jewelry. Yeah, a lot of people collect watches. A lot of men collect watches, which I like watches too. Okay. Yeah, right. For me and only me. I do have bags or items behind me. I do not have bags or items to show off. I love to share these with you if you enjoy. It's all about the feeling within me. And I'm not precious with my bags. I do not idolize them. I just appreciate the beauty and style. Exactly. Like I wasn't going to take this one out in the rain today just because I don't want to mess it up, but I don't beautifully stuff them and keep them in their box and not use them or anything like that. Brooke knows she can use any bag. She could have any bag that she sees. Same thing with my mom. Okay, and I wrote down literally how these luxury pieces feel, smell, wear, hang, and function. Okay, and then something I really believe too is I do see the value in buying lookalike bags to a degree, especially if you're wanting to kind of test drive that size, that look, but there is no comparison. There just is no comparison to me. And I would rather have a nice leather bag from Hobo or Lucky, or, I mean, in my 20s, I bought a lot of bags from like Nine West. Even in like high school, I remember like at Christmas, I would get one from, do you guys remember Atayane Agner? And that's another thing is I have always carried a handbag, even in school, early school, definitely in junior high, I carried a handbag. So it's always been a thing with me. Okay, yeah. And what made me think about it is the smell, because I have noticed some of these, designer inspired bags. Oh my gosh, they are not quality. I think that they have a time and a place, but I would rather see you spend your money on a pre-owned bag than, really spend a lot of money on those. Learn a lot about myself, what I like with each purchase and each experience. That is true. Okay, this is part of my personal style. I like nice things. I like some designer things, some things like my Quince boots, which are still nice, but they're not designer. I like those the best. That's what I bring. I like the Pumi tops better than the Skims. So there are some things where I really prefer the less expensive thing. Even in makeup, I prefer like the Physicians Formula Contour. Now the packaging, it all comes down to the packaging. Could it be better? Yes. Does it make a mess? Yes. So there's things like that. Okay, this is a good one too. Connecting with others, connecting with you subscribers. So many of you also like designer handbags. And then connecting with people, friends like Kelly from Mommy's Makeup and Moscato. She loves designer handbags. Amanda Lux Mommy, we've connected on designer purchases. Other people, even other people you see out that will recognize your bag, and then they'll have a really cool bag too. Like there was a lady behind me in one of the stores today that had the Goyard tote, like I bought my mom. And it's just an instant connection. And I really like that with others, including you guys. Oh, and I put down here the two examples is remember when I said when I was in Atlanta and I saw the girl across the Louis Vuitton store and she had that YSL bag, that pink one. And I just connected with her. I said I could look at what she was wearing and everything and tell that we would get along. And then, so just different things like that, I think is what I like too. I want my outward appearance to represent my inner. Genuine, high end, and special, not average. Example, my dad not making a C. This is what I wrote down. I remember when I was in school, I had to make all A's and B's, and if I got a C, I got on restriction until the next report card came out. And I remember one time missing a dance I think I was in 9th grade. I missed one of the dances, which was like a big deal. And I would sometimes, math was my thing. Sometimes I would make a C in math. And one time I said to my dad, well, a C is average. And he said, well, are you average? Do you want to be average? Do you want an average life? And that stuck with me. I didn't. I don't want to be average. I'm not average. I don't want just an average life. I want to be an exceptional person. I want to be a high-end person of character, of my work ethic. I have discipline. I keep promises to myself. I don't make a move in my life or a decision without checking to see if it's the right thing for me to do according to those that I care about, those people that I care about their opinions, and the goals for my life. So I want my outward appearance to reflect my inner appearance, not to impress someone, but it's just important to me. What we wear is a message, and we could go deeper into that. And then I've got one life. Live it like you want. The life you dreamed of. Not trying to virtue signal by living modestly if that's not what you really want. Okay, this I have seen people do. They can afford so much more, and I've really learned a lot about that. I do understand that there's a lot of you out there that could have billions of dollars and you would never spend that money on a handbag. And I think that is perfectly fine. Where there comes a problem is when that person judges another person, because there may be things that that person does that I don't agree with. So we each have one life that we want to live, and I think we should live it to the max. And I just can't imagine not doing something or holding back from a life I dreamed of because of what others thought. Now, on the flip side of that, I have had that experience where I felt like I'm going to live way below what I can afford because it's the smart thing to do. I'm being practical. I'm not going to move because this house is fine or whatever. And I remember buying an old, I don't know if you guys remember that old convertible Audi I bought one time. And I thought, I'm being so smart. I'm being so practical. And I was thinking that's what I was doing. But really, when it got down to it, I really didn't feel good about it. I felt like we have this opportunity to live this fabulous life. Nobody's going to give me a little gold star for not living it. Where the true value is going for what you love. Now, with all of this said, I'm not in debt. Before I ever started purchasing high-end bags, I would never put things on a credit card and buy something that I couldn't afford. There's a couple of little rules that I go by. One my dad taught me is, okay, say a bag costs $3,000. He would say, ask yourself, would you rather have that bag or would you rather have $3,000? And it sounds simple, but it's profound. Another rule Brooke told me about years ago, and it is so true. If you can't afford to buy that item twice, you shouldn't get it. And I do think that. I don't think you can enjoy something if it's going to put a strain on you. I think it is much, much more rewarding to wait and to do the things it takes to earn the money to buy it and feel good about it. I honestly believe that. Okay, this is one thing I was thinking, that it's not just about the whole it's the best or I'm buying it to impress someone. because I've kind of been down that road. This whole thing, you guys have seen me for 16 years, and you've seen me kind of grow up and mature into different stages of purchasing things and, just experiencing a lot of different things in my life. And I can remember when I first started making a little extra money, there was a hair salon that was supposed to be the best in town. It was the most expensive. It was the worst my hair ever looked. It was a really big eye opener. It was a big lesson. I learned not to be a chump, that people that have money are smart with their money. And it's one thing to pay something and to feel like you got a good product in return that you enjoy. It's another just to be ridiculous to say that you go somewhere or you have something or you live somewhere or something like that, and it's not really what you want and it's not really the best quality that you can get. And I have done that. And I would say in a weird way, even my car, my Tesla, is an example of that because it's the most expensive car I've ever had. I had to order it. I bought every single thing. I got every single thing you could get on it. I had to wait 6 months for it. And then I was like, this is it. I sat down in it because you don't even see it until it comes in. And I was really let down. Now, I understand there's probably a lot more to it, and another person may think it is the best car that was ever created, and they can tell me all of the backstory. Well, that's someone who needs that car. That is just not worth it to me. I would rather have what I did have that was less expensive. So it's not that I'm just looking to have the most expensive thing at all. And I would say that even with makeup, shampoo and conditioner, I've bought like all of these crazy expensive shampoos, and I go right back to Colleen Rothschild shampoo and her conditioning balm every time. Not that it's the cheapest out there, but it's what I love. I even love her packaging. I love the smell. I love how it feels. I am someone who just wants the total package. I want the whole experience. I want my life to be the total package. I mean, we've talked about that before. So, okay, yeah, even when buying luxury vintage, I feel an attachment to something when I've paid a lot of money for it or have really shopped for it, and I appreciate the craftsmanship. I can feel the difference. When you put on a really, really nice jacket and blazer, it feels different. It does. And I love it. And I just appreciate it so much. Their character, the beauty, I respect those pieces more. Yeah. Let's see. And I wrote down, buy nice things for yourself, just like anyone that you love. So I think this pretty much hits on it. I would say the main thing is when I was watching those other videos, I could tell it was coming most of the time from a person's perspective that had a negative feeling towards it. And they really put a negative spin on it because a lot of people that do those videos are either in finance or a lot of them are in like slow fashion, thrifting, things like that. And I just love it all. I love to go to thrift stores. I wish I had more around me that had beautiful things. But I mean, just like finding that fur coat for $50, there's nothing better. I love that coat so much. And all of these things I've got at home now. I've got a couple of pair of shoes I bought from eBay that are vintage. And I took to SJ's wedding one of those little vintage Fendi bags like was on Sex and the City. And I think that's why a lot of us love even the show Sex and the City, is how you can show your personality with clothes. You can change your clothes to show your different moods that you're in, and just the whole appreciation of the look. I think if you truly love fashion, you get it and you understand that it's something within me. I don't need to be with someone when I buy something. I don't need to show it off all the time. I do it for me, and I do it because it's part of my total package dream life. I hope that makes sense. So thank you to Ideal Diamonds. Honestly, if I could sleep with these, I would never take them out. That's how I feel. And I love the fact that I don't have to take these out when I go in the sun, by the pool, or in the shower, all of those things. There is something about quality that is a beautiful thing, not having to worry about it. Okay, I've got on to be announced soon ring. My nail polish is OPI Big Apple Red. Yeah, that's so appropriate. That is a little, you've probably seen it. That is some kind of little bruise or something where I must have hit my arm doing something. But I liked this top because it was a little bit boho chic. And yeah, so thank you guys so much for being here. Welcome to my room. I hate my bed's not made because I tried to take a little bit of a nap, but I just couldn't. Couldn't take a nap, so I thought I would make a video. Thank you for watching, and I will do a wrap-up video of this trip to New York very soon. Bye-bye.